Hey guys, Boris from BK Forex. Welcome to our Forex Day Techniques for 12/19/13. As always, trading foreign exchange or margin carries a high level of risk suitable for all investors. I ask you to read this disclaimer very carefully to understand all the risks associated with trading on margin and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Well, big Fed day. It's been taper day. Massive reversal in the euro, of course. 38 got tapped and then reversed very hard into the closing the North American session, creating this massive red candle that overshadowed pretty much 2 weeks worth of data, right? We've been trading 38, 37 for a very long time. We finally broke the 37s to the bottom, and now it's not the key idea here is that whether it's going to press its way through the 3650s and ultimately through a test of 3600. 3600 is the next really big support area, probably going to slow down the descent at that point, but that would create a very clearly defined double top formation here, and it seems to be that's the path of least likely resistance. Certainly 3650 seems like a test zone today, either in Asia or Europe, as they try to run the stops with the shorts, with the longs now sort of running for cover, after being able to hold up the euro for so long and so hard for a very long time. So big reversal on the euro, probably further downside to 3650 at minimum, and then 3600 to the other side. If we do hold, however, if we do have a big reversal here, that's a pretty bullish sign. That means that after everything has been thrown at the euro, it's still managing to find tremendous amount of support here underneath 36, and then we could have consolidation, and then the situation becomes much less clear and definitive. So we'll see how it trades out. For now, though, it's to the downside on the euro. Yen broke the 104s, which is a very key level here, and now similar kind of situation in reverse, where we're now looking to see if we can climb all the way to 104.50s. Ultimately 105 is the really big test. This is if you go on the weeklies, we haven't had this these highs in ages. I think we'd have to go back to the monthlies really to see where we're at. This is really 2008. We haven't had these moves since that time. There is what is the low in the monthlies here? I think it's 103.47. Yeah, so we already pierced that, and it's sort of trying to climb itself back into this 105, 110 pocket, for which it really fell very hard and started the major descent that ended all the way out to 75. So we kind of, on our way towards rebuilding this. I do think 110 will be a massive resistance on a longer term basis. But for now, the really key look here is, can we make 104.50s? Can we make 105s? The upward trend still remains very much in place. It's also kind of interesting sometimes to take a look at the monthlies, because you see from a longer term perspective, just the you kind of get away from the intra-day noise and even intra-week noise, and see the much cleaner, longer trend values that are still very much happening here. In many ways, basically, what you see on the monthlies here is that until and unless really 95 is given, but let's just say 100 would be the first level, 95 is given to the last level, the trend still remains very much in place to the upside. Taking a look at the pound and back on the daily chart, you can see, sorry, that's dollar Swiss. Here's pound. Pound had this spurt of a test back up to the 65s. Didn't quite make it. Came back down. It is relatively stronger than the euro. The best trade of the day today was euro pound trade to the downside. We talked about the fact that euro pound really saw a tremendous amount of resistance at the 84.50 level. Today, this big ugly dash candle suggests there's more downside to come. So in many ways, if you're going to trade the weakness of the euro, one of the ways you could possibly trade this is through the euro pound, especially if we have UK retail sales coming up. If that prints hot, then you have a potential here to take 8,300. So that's another interesting way of trading euro weakness for the day. And lastly, Aussie dollar did break the 88.50 supports, kind of now holding around this level. This was, key support, a little bit of bargain hunting coming in here. We'll see how long it holds. Right now, of course, 88 becomes the central focus for the shorts. For the longs, it's just a matter of stenching the blood flow, and possibly a move back up to 89, which was support, but now becomes resistance as we move into the day. So that's kind of how everything shapes up. A lot of very interesting movements today, out of which we can probably extrapolate at least some continuity for the next 24 hours. Wishing you guys the best of luck, the best trading. Boris Schlossberg over and out.